You're not stuck, you're avoiding, and every time you avoid something that scares you, your world gets a little smaller. Avoidance feels like protection. You skip the party, you cancel the meeting, you don't send the message, you don't apply for the job. Almost immediately, you feel relief. Your body relaxes, the anxiety drops, the tension fades, and in that moment, your brain learns something. Avoidance equals safety, relief equals reward. The problem, however, is that relief is addictive. Avoidance is a short-term coping strategy. It reduces fear in the moment, but it reinforces anxiety in the long run. Every time you run from the discomfort, your brain never gets the chance to learn that the situation was survivable. Instead, it learns the opposite. It convinces itself, that must have been dangerous. Good thing we avoided it. And the next time, the fear gets louder. This is how your comfort zone expands in the wrong direction. Not through growth, but through retreat. At first, the consequences seem small. You avoid one social event, then you start feeling slightly more awkward at work. Meetings feel heavier, speaking up feels riskier. Eventually, you convince yourself that you're just not that type of person. But you weren't incapable, you were conditioned. Avoidance slowly reshapes your identity. It narrows your behavior. And when behavior narrows, your world narrows with it. Fewer risks, fewer conversations, fewer opportunities, fewer chances to grow. Over time, life starts to feel smaller, not because you lack potential, but because you trained your nervous system to retreat. So how do you reverse it? Not with willpower, not by forcing yourself into overwhelming situations and hoping you survive them. That approach often backfires. If you throw yourself into the deep end and your anxiety spikes beyond what you can tolerate, your brain simply learns, see, that was too much. Avoid it next time. The solution isn't dramatic courage, it's calibrated exposure. Exposure means deliberately stepping toward what you fear in a controlled and gradual way. It means giving your nervous system new data. Instead of teaching it that avoidance equals safety, you teach it that discomfort is survivable. Let's say crowded places terrify you. Maybe your avoidance has progressed to the point where even leaving your house to go to the store feels overwhelming. You don't start by forcing yourself to go straight in. You start smaller. On day one, you start by opening the front door and standing there for a few minutes. On day two, you step outside. On day three, you walk to the end of the street. On day four, you go to the street where the store is. On day five, you walk to the store entrance without going inside. On day six, you go in for a short time with someone you trust. And on day seven, you go in alone. The anxiety won't disappear immediately. That isn't the goal. The goal is recalibration. Each step teaches your brain, we did this, we survived. This process is rarely linear. In reality, it isn't going to be as neat, tidy, and straightforward as this. Some days you'll feel stronger. Other days, you'll feel like you've taken a step backwards. Progress with anxiety often resembles a messy graph rather than a straight line. But what matters is direction. Every time you stay in the discomfort instead of escaping it, you slightly expand the boundary of what feels manageable. Your comfort zone isn't a physical place. It's a boundary your brain has drawn around what it perceives as safe. And that boundary moves. Every time you retreat, it contracts. Every time you step forward, it expands. If you want to apply this practically, start by writing down the things you've been avoiding. Be honest, list them clearly, then rate each one from 0 to 10 based on how anxiety-provoking it feels. 0 means no anxiety at all. 10 means completely overwhelming. Begin with the thing you scored the lowest. Break that item down into the smallest possible steps you could realistically take this week and start with the first. Repeat it until the anxiety rating drops, then move on to the next step. Slow expansion, deliberate pressure, consistent repetition. Confidence isn't built by thinking differently, it's built by behaving differently. Every avoided action reinforces fear. Every confronted action builds evidence. Evidence reshapes belief. Belief reshapes identity. Most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because their world keeps shrinking through avoidance. You don't need to eliminate fear from your life. You need to stop automatically obeying it. Take one step forward, then another, then another. Your comfort zone will continue shrinking if you let it, or it will expand if you train it. The choice of which direction it goes in is yours to make.